y que pues es algo que ellos tienen que discutir, que es algo muy importante, que es la inmigración. Pero honestamente no sé si estaban siendo honestos o simplemente nos estaban diciendo eso porque tenemos muchísimas cámaras ahí de televisión nacional, televisión local. Entonces pues vamos a ver, no vamos a ver qué sale de ahí.
Bueno, Erika, la verdad admiramos mucho su trabajo, el trabajo de ustedes ahí en DRM, ¿verdad? Otra de las cosas, también ustedes protestaron, hicieron un rally against his anti-immigrant stance against Mitt Romney, which could be considered, if he wanted to, as a paisano también, as a Mexican, because his father was born in Mexico, in Chihuahua, Mexico, and he can derive citizenship, Mexican citizenship, through his father, through his parents. Tell us, what was his reaction to that? When the Dream Youth...
Are you talking about the rally?
Yes, when you... Against his anti-immigrant stance. Was he there? Was some of his people in his campaign there? What did he say? Did he say anything, or por favor?
Yeah, well, we had a rally outside of the debate. When they did it, we also had another rally outside of one of his events. It was just him, it wasn't any of the other candidates. On that one, he heard us. He was basically inside of an amphitheater, which means that it was an open space where you couldn't hear anything from the outside. And we're outside chatting, we were loud. We had a huge banner that said "Dream Act Now" on it. But he heard us. He was actually struggling to speak as we were too loud for him to talk.
Oh.
But he wouldn't respond. That's one of the things that we have noticed. He doesn't want to open his mouth anymore. Every time he opens his mouth on immigration, he comes back. He always comes back to Montana. So at this point, he doesn't say anything anymore about the dream. He does talk about it because that is something that he continues to say that he would make it a model for the nation, which is also really scary to us.
Erika, you have done so many things. You're the voice for the youth, undocumented youth, Latino, Hispanic, and non-Latino youth in the country, in the U.S. You also sent a letter to Senator Marco Rubio, an open letter, okay? Carta abierta. What did he say? Where did this person, he's a Latino, he's Cuban, American, but he's very anti-immigrant también, ¿no? No quiere a la gente que estamos aquí. Marco Rubio, la carta abierta que le enviaron a Marco Rubio. Any response from that? ¿Alguna respuesta de eso?
Right. No, we haven't gotten a response. Yes, the letter, the reason why we got the letter was to let him know that he doesn't represent the Latino community, because what we are fearful of is that he's going to become, he's being on the lines of some of the Republican candidates to be the vice president if they were to get elected as president. So to us, someone who claims to represent the Latino community but who is so anti-immigrant, it's not right. It's not someone who represents us, as there's many polls that say the majority of Latinos do support and immigration reform. They do support the Dream Act. And so that was the main purpose of the letter. He hasn't responded. I believe one of his staff members in his office responded to the Dream Act statement, and they said that they do support something that would help us as undocumented youth to be here, to be safe, but they don't support the Dream Act because it seems too broad. So I believe that what they support the most of the Dream Act is the military part, which it's not the best option to all of us, because we don't all want to go into the military to be able to get back to this country.
Una vez más, Erika, gracias por todo lo que haces y por todo lo que han venido haciendo y por todo lo que continúan haciendo por los Dreamers, ¿verdad? Aquí en los Estados Unidos. Our dreams are still waiting, ¿verdad? Todavía estamos esperando. Es millions and millions, millones y millones, más de 12 millones, ¿verdad? Estamos esperando una reforma migratoria prometida por el presidente Barack Obama, ¿ok? do you see that coming if Barack Obama is elected, Erika? Now we're going to stop talking about the Republicans, okay? We're going to go into the Democrats, okay? He promised, and I know he's facing a lot of obstacles, muchos obstáculos. ¿Qué crees tú que haría el presidente Barack Obama de ser reelegido? ¿Tú crees que sí apoyaría otra vez o sí, ya de una vez por todas, el sueño se convertiría en realidad de una reforma migratoria? Erika.
Claro, pues yo creo que la cuestión no es si lo va a hacer o no, la cuestión es de que cuánto lo vamos a presionar nosotros para que lo haga. El presidente sí ha hablado muchísimo acerca de la reforma migratoria, especialmente cuando él fue elegido, y también en su última State of the Union, él habló mucho sobre los antecedentes indocumentados, refiriéndose al REMAX. Y pues se puede hablar mucho, ¿no? Porque también él sabe de que la mayoría de las personas latinas están registradas para votar como independientes o demócratas. So, una mayoría, pues claro que votaría por él, y él está tratando de enamorar, ¿no?, a esas personas con las mejores palabras que pueden decir sobre migración. Pero yo creo que la cuestión es cómo nosotros vamos a presionarlo a él para que realmente lo haga. O sea, nosotros estamos dispuestos a apoyarlo con todo lo que se pueda, pero no podemos apoyarlo tanto si él no está demostrando con sus acciones lo que realmente él prometió.
Enamorar.
Entonces, nosotros como estudiantes indocumentados vamos a seguir presionándolo, vamos a seguir sacando a la luz todas las aportaciones que ha habido desde que él ha sido presidente, y vamos a seguir sacando a la luz de que todavía no ha actuado, ¿no? Hasta que él realmente nos demuestre con acciones todo lo contrario.
What a great answer. Sí, enamorando, como dices, it's like he's trying to sweet talking to us, okay, about this. It's very true. Do you know, and I'm sure you do, Erika, since he's been our president now, we have record numbers of people being separated, families being separated, people being deported every day by the thousands. And here we are. I mean, we are the largest or the fastest growing voting group in the U.S. and still not getting the respect that we deserve. Daniel Gel has another question for you. Erika, has been a pleasure for me. Yo tengo que irme, Erika. I have a big brother meeting, a lunch meeting, okay? Pero Daniel se queda con ustedes. Es un placer haber hablado contigo, Erika. Un abrazo. Okay? Gracias por todo lo que hace, Daniel.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you again.
Erika, thanks so much again for being on Pasa on RadioLatinoTV.com. And we will ask you, I have one more question for you, and then we are going to inform you about something. I mean, it's only fair, we should let you know. Well, I'll do that first. 2 days ago, we had two of the walkers for the American Dream, for the Walk Across America on our show. And one of them, Lucas De Silva, said to say hi to you. And he said, we basically announced the next show, and Lucas was on the show and said, say hi to her. In other words, you're getting a lot of support from people, not only the 2.1 million Dreamers, and of course our media here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and the walkers themselves, and many other groups. So thank you so much. But Lucas said to say hi, so I'm passing it on, Erika. Now.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, definitely. They're great friends of mine, and I'll go ahead and I'll thank you through email.
Well, isn't that?
I wish them the best of luck, and they're going to do great, and represent all of us.
Isn't that amazing, though, Erika? That the Five Walkers are now in San Francisco preparing for their historic walk, 3,000-mile walk to the nation's capital, and yet the Dream Act is such a common sense thing. I don't agree, of course, with Senator Marco Rubio saying he's okay as long as it's only for the military, if you're willing to join the military, but it's too broad and it doesn't apply to going to school. I mean, that just simply doesn't make any sense. So thank you that your organization feels the same way, believes the same way that we do on that one. Erika, the only problem is we're running out of time. But I did want to make this point. During the immigration debate, when the subject in Arizona, the debate for the presidential candidates, when the subject of immigration came up, it was interesting that John King, the moderator, challenged all four of the candidates, Romney, Santorum, Ron Paul, and Newt Gingrich, and said, don't you people realize that the Latino voters are the fastest growing segment of voters in the United States? And only Newt Gingrich replied with some wishy-washy kind of answer. What was your spin on that?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Not only that, but doing it on a state that is, there's a lot of Latinos in Arizona. We have about almost 30% Latino population. In a couple more years, we're going to be 50%. We're going to be half of Arizona. So to me, it's just, it's foolish. I mean, I think they're missing out on honestly, I mean, if you look at it in politics right now, they're missing out on what Obama's doing with the Latino community. Like I told them, with your compañeros, they're working with you. It's not, if Obama right now is saying so much on immigration because he knows it's such an important thing to Latino. And I think they're missing out on that.
Erika.
They're missing out on really saying, yeah.
Eric, I need to interrupt. Here's the deal. We are running out of time. Can we call you back next week and continue this? Because there's so much more that we'd like to discuss with you. Does that sound good for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. In that case, then, Erica, thank you so much and have a great weekend. And we need now to wind down here. So, Erica with Government Relations Coordinator, Director, really, for the DRM Group. Promoting the DREAM Act and humane immigration reform. Keep up the great work, Erica. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Raul, our technician. Yes, Eric. Really, have a good weekend, Erica. And Tim Zink on the show again today, and Fernando Zápari. We are signing out. We wish you all a great weekend. We thank John Rogers, attorney at law in Fort Wayne, Indiana, our sponsor. John Rogers is the person to go to if you're in need of any legal assistance. And he's right in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and all it takes is a phone call. So please call John Rogers. On Monday, we will continue on with news and views at 11:30 on Monday, next show, and then Fernando Zápari at 12 o'clock noon, Mediodía. And at 12:30 today, as we sign off here, it will be Bill Clemmy coming on in Espanol. You won't be disappointed. Bill Clemmy doesn't disappoint. Thank you all for listening. Have a great and safe weekend to all of our listeners on RadioLatinoTV.com.